everyone, and welcome to day 27 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got your Jaws movie review. The town is shaken after several shark attacks still keep the beaches open. So a small group of people go to sea hoping to find the shark and take it out. So as far as the story goes, Steven Spielberg directs this film, which was released in 1977, that had people scared to even set foot near a body of water in fear that a shark will indeed attack them. And this is definitely a movie that really put fear in people because of something so realistic. And obviously you still hear about shark attacks going on, and it may not be a common thing, but it does happen. And because it's happening in this one tourist town, people aren't going to say no to spending that 4th of July weekend on that beach or away from the beach. This is one of Steven Spielberg's best films, and I think it does have an element of being really terrifying to those who even got a chance to see it when it first came out. And of course, I didn't get to see it when it first came out, so I don't know that full effect of seeing it. But I don't even remember the first time I saw it, and trust me, I still kind of jump at times when I see this. As far as the casting goes, you've got Roy Scheider, who plays this cop who is having to deal with all of these really frustrated and frantic people, and even a mayor who wants to be able to have those beach privileges, but he also wants to make sure to keep people safe, and he has to keep his family safe. So I definitely think he does a good job at portraying this type of character who has all these different responsibilities, and yet the most important job is him going on this expedition to kill this shark.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
And hope to find the right one, because you have to make sure that a shark attack does not ever happen again. Richard Dreyfuss, who comes in, and of course he's the shark expert, and I really enjoyed seeing him in this movie. He's no stranger to working with Steven Spielberg ever since he was in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and I thought he was excellent in this movie, and I really loved seeing what kind of character he could pull off. Most importantly, he definitely gets probably the closest to the shark, especially in that Shark Tank scene. I mean, that was pretty freaky. Scruffy Robert Shaw, who plays basically the captain of this ship called the Orca, and he has this role that may be the smallest, but it's also very important to see what he can bring to the table, and I really liked his role in this movie and having that wit about him. As far as the things that I liked about this movie, I really enjoy the John Williams score and that theme. You know what I'm talking about. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. And then you've got the excellent cinematography. Every shot was just really well done and filmed really nicely. And of course, you can't forget that really freaky shark. Yet, because it's not real, it really doesn't matter. I think this is the best shark that we've seen in cinematic history. Beats Sharknado out of the water, pun intended. I would never want to encounter a 25-foot shark, ever. Of course, this movie does have its horror, and it is very adventurous, and it does have its suspenseful moments that you could never shy away from while watching this movie. Unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie, to be honest, it doesn't feel as scary as it was when it probably first came out, so it does have that dated feel to it, but there are some parts that I found to be just really boring to watch, and even though this isn't your typical horror movie, besides the fact that there's a killer shark out to get you, it does sort of stray away from, I feel like, majority of those scares and more focused on the narrative and have it be more dramatic. Overall, I would say that Jaws may slightly still hold up to this day, despite it feeling like the effects could be dated. I mean, come on, didn't they cancel that Jaws ride at Universal Studios, which I wanted to go on? But either way, I would still be afraid of sharks if I ever encountered one. So I would still recommend seeing this movie. I think it is a masterpiece by Steven Spielberg, and I would give this 4.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Jaws, and come back tomorrow for day 28 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Trial Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys later.